Hey, so today we're doing a little repair again. If I would have known that, where did I put it? I just threw it on the grass. I don't know where it went. Jesus. Oh, there it is. So when you buy these, they come with these plastic fittings, and they're terrible. They say not to over tighten them, and I didn't, but just go straight to brass. Don't even, I know I'm saying that right now with these in, but I'm gonna see how these work, and I'll give you an update if they ever break, but which I'm sure they will. They're terrible. I already, the shallow end is already replaced with, I believe all I did was the T, the first T. I didn't have to replace these guys, but I knew something was wrong just with the way that it was bubbling in the deep end, and when I went to pull on the hose, I discovered that it was like just pulling the airline and left that behind. So I had to go swimming, and it took me a good like 20 minutes, 30 minutes of diving all the way down there and trying to pull, or trying to search for it, right? Luckily I found it. I mean, can't say lucky, but I mean, it's a decently small pond, but still a hassle nonetheless, especially swimming down. It's like 9 feet, so kind of sucks. Also, I don't want to say it's a phobia, but with touching things unknown at the bottom of a pond kind of freaks you out, where touching trees and stuff, I don't know, that's just my own thing. But I'm gonna hook this up. I gotta turn the aerator off before I pull the hose out. I don't know why. It just says in the instructions, I remember reading, not to have the airline exposed to the air. Well, like it prefers to be underwater when running, so I don't know what it does. Alright, so once again, I know I'm going against my own word what I just said, but taking this off, should replace this right away, but we're gonna let it sit there. This is all plastic, and just screw it on there, but they just don't last. I don't know, it's only been a year, and I feel like it should have never been an issue. It's not like I'm moving anything. They put them at the bottom of the pond and they bubble, right? So not sure how they just randomly break, but they do. So they should just sell them with an upgrade kit right away, like, or put the added cost on, because it's not worth it trying to go swim for. I don't even worry about the waders. I knew that I'd be swimming for them, but I used a rake to hold my position in the water, like when you're swimming, it's just jabbing into the ground, or not jabbing, but you get the point. So that way you're not losing your spot when you're having to bob up and down, just going back and forth. Like, even though I knew that it was within a certain area, it took forever to find. I don't know. But let me tighten this on and get it fixed, I guess. Alright, so this is how I hooked it back up. Usually they recommend having, or at least I think, I don't know if it's recommended or whatever, at least they show in the pictures the T fitting going this way, and people lower them in with a rope, and then when you let go one end of the rope, you just pull it out, and so you're not dropping it in by the hose. But this, I I'm gonna lower it in just with the hose, and hopefully it don't break. But here's my overweight freaking yak that is always a pain in the ass to lug around. That's why it's got the tires on there, but still, it's so heavy for what it is. I don't know what the dry weight is, but I easily over 110. I don't know. It's not a light unit, and for how heavy it is, you think you'd have a lot more pros than the cons, but it's just, I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it. Oh, and then also you can tell that it's got the paint peeling, so it was beautiful before. I bought it blue. I painted it to go duck hunting, and it came out pretty good. But then I used the yak to spread around. I forgot what it's called. It's like a pond seal thing. It's like a not sure how to explain it. It turns into jelly, sinks to the bottom, and seals the pond. The pond didn't need it, but I put it in just in case, because there were no fish at the moment, and they recommend doing it when there's not fish because it can suffocate them. Well, I got all over the yak because it's like a powder almost, or the granules and stuff, they just stuck to the side, and it is the worst, like the worst in sense of grossness, I guess. I don't know. It stuck to the yak and peeled off all the paint, ruined my little floor mat things. It's still, whenever this gets wet, I'll still find new stuff, and you can't like remove it, like even though you try to scratch it off. Whatever. Enough talking. I'm gonna put this in there. We're gonna see how this works. And while I was just talking shit about how you shouldn't buy this yak, I mean, it is decent where I can use it as a paddleboard, or paddleboard, whatever. I don't know if I could use one hand though for paddling, so I'll set you down, see if I can get a good shot or not, but you know what I'm doing. Oh yeah, that's a good shot. So the line that they send you is like 100 feet long, but I cut this one short to have less resistance in the line. So I can't pull it out too far because I don't want to, like, I don't know if it makes sense, but I don't want to like yank on the line right there. Not only that, but then dropping this down. Whatever, you guys get it. I'm gonna get it to in this wherever I think it is. I can't film that. All right, I got him in better position. Go back just a little bit more. I think this is almost the deep end. But we're just lower it in as nice as we can. I actually don't want to let go. I'm floating back in. This sucks. Alright, so I just hung it and dropped it, and well, you pray that it didn't like roll over while sinking. So also, I got a little more update. I noticed, we'll come up on them. We got some frog eggs finally, so hopefully they spawn or hatch, whatever. I don't know. Just because I was worried that the water's poisoned, right? So I mean, if they hatch and turn into tadpoles, awesome. If they don't, then water's still poison or whatever is happening right now. But the spawning, or the fact that there's eggs right there, I like, so whatever. Let me get out of this. All right, moment of truth. I need to hook this guy back up, this line defroster. All right, I had it hooked up, but then whatever. Long story. So if it's good, you'll see the the tiny bubbles, not the burping bubbles. So that's good. All right. Thanks for watching today.